So
and
listen,
if
here's
Durant,
the thing that,
if Durant can
ahead,
sell
Wendy.
that to Harden, if those two have that conversation or have had that conversation, then I think they can go forward. If they could agree, let's go all out this year and we'll deal with this in July, then I think Brooklyn doesn't make the trade. But James Harden is back in Brooklyn. He didn't even go to Washington. Durant is in Washington.
So it's not a possibility.
If that conversation has happened, I'm not aware of it.
Big Perk, go ahead.
See, here's the thing. The person who the Nets should be trying to trade is Kyrie Irving. Because look, let me tell you something. Look at what the Brooklyn Nets had to give up to get James Harden to Brooklyn. Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, both of those guys are young studs and balling, by the way, now with the Cavs. But when you look at what they had to give up, including first-round picks, and now all of a sudden you get James Harden there. We all know how the contract extension situation was supposed to go, but it was derailed by Kyrie Irving. But again, if Kevin Durant don't put his foot down, and say, you know what? Hey, look, James, man, I know what the problem is. I see what's going on. I understand it's him. Look, man, let's figure out what we could do with Kyrie Irving. We only got him part-time anyway. We don't know if he's bought in 100% anyway. Some days he don't answer the phone for us. Some days he don't even text back.
Right.
Hell, he might even walk in without giving anybody a warning and say, I'm just taking a couple of days off. That's the guy that they should be trying to trade and keep James Harden and KD and bring in some other pieces.
Big Perk, hold on for a second. Producers, put Big Perk and Wendy up on the screen together. I want to see them when I ask this question. We go play quiz. I don't know what damn television show it is, a game show, a quiz or whatever. But let me give y'all two scenarios. Big Perk, sit up, my brother, and put that big smile on your face. Act like you Santa Perk. You giving out gifts today. Here's the question. Which one, if you are another team, who do you want? Do you want Kyrie Irving, both Kyrie Irving and James Harden? Let's assume they're at their best, no hamstring injuries, no nothing, okay? They're at their best. All right, who do you want? Do you want the Kyrie Irving that takes off when he wants, plays what he wants, has never played more than 60, he's played more than 60 games in a season 4 times in his career, just 4 times, okay? Takes off because of riots at the U.S. Capitol because he's traumatized and he's got other things on his mind. And then they find him partying with his family, okay? Do you want that Kyrie Irving, okay, who you never know is going to play? Or do you want James Harden, who, according to my sources, not only been showing up late to practice, brother showed up late to a game. I mean, between Utah, when they went to Denver, I was told that he went to Denver and people were speculating as to whether or not he's in Vegas. Oh, wow. That was a Saturday night they had off now, so I ain't knocking it, okay, damn it? I mean, as long as you get back, who cares? Listen, I got love for James Harden. I think that James Harden shows up to play, wants to play every game. I'm going to tell you, even though you might be right about trading Kyrie, KP, the issue is who's going to take him if they're questioning whether or not he's going to be committed to playing. To me, with James Harden, I understand what you're saying, but there's not a lot of takers. Floor's y'all. Y'all both answer that. Which one you take?
I'm gonna put it to you straight, Stephen A. There's no takers for Kyrie Irving because if nothing else, he can opt out and be a free agent after this year. Right. No one's given anything for him. And I'm going to be honest with you. Outside of Philadelphia, and keep in mind, you're not just trading for James Harden. You're trading for James Harden and his desire for a $220 million contract extension through age 38. Both of those things. Outside of Philadelphia, I'm not so sure there's any suitors for James Harden right now if they would open up to the whole league, considering everything that what he's done in the last 2 teams. And if you're Brooklyn and you trade for Ben Simmons, who I realize is a lesser player than James Harden, he's also 7 years younger. And I know of 7 or 8 teams who want Ben Simmons, who've been trying to trade for him for the last 6 months. And there would have been a trade had Daryl Morey not been locked squarely onto his old friend from Houston. And so if you're Brooklyn, you get James Harden, You get Ben Simmons, who I think is going to try to play his backside off if he's clear, and then other assets, and you are faced with, if it doesn't work out, you could retrade him this summer, and he's under contract for 3 more years with no opt-outs. So that is the plate. That is what is on the plate. And if you're Philly, I'm not sure that you can get a better deal on James Harden than you can get today. And if the other side of that is, well, we get to play with Harden for the rest of this season, that's what you're looking at. How valuable is Harden the rest of this season versus what we have otherwise? I don't think Irving and Harden's value out there is very big at all.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.